Well, here we are. Home, sweet home. It's not much, but it's your home now. What do I mean? Well, let us recapitulate. You were sacrificed to me by the villagers below, correct? That means that you are mine, little one. No need to be afraid. I shan't make you my slave or servant or food or anything of the sort. I have familiars to do the chores and house maintenance for that. Also, the idea of owning people has always been anathema to me. So even if you offered to become my slave, I'd refuse you. Now that that's out of the way, let me come back to what I meant when I said that this mansion was your home now. Seeing as how you were essentially killed by the villagers, were you to go back, they would outright murder you on sight, or send you back to me in an even more sorry state than the one you are in now. So, I've decided to take you in as my child. Oh, don't look at me like that. I already stated that I want neither servants nor slaves, and you are far too young to be my lover or plaything. So the only option left was taking you in as my child. I take it you are not against this decision. I see. About that, I want to know all there is to know about you. Starting from when you were born to how you ended up as a sacrifice to me. Huh. I see. That is so sad, my dear child. So sad indeed. I cannot imagine the pain and loneliness you must have gone through, with no one to guide you or love you ever since your parents' deaths. But I'm here now. You don't have to worry about food or hygiene or education ever again. It would seem my on-the-spot decision to take you in was the right one, no? Well then, allow me to give you a tour of the house. After all, this will be your brand new home. You better get familiar. Well, here is the living room. It's filled with everything from table games like chess and go-to games of chance and skill like mahjong and poker. There's also a fireplace there for the winter, since it's the inside of a mountain after all. So it tends to get a bit chilly. Oh, do I go down the mountain every month? No, I don't go down there to get wood. The fireplace is a normal one, but at the bottom are stone runes that produce fire when in contact with magicka. Since this was originally a closed in mountain, I had to dig my way in the mountain to make the space where you arrived, and the space where this mansion currently resides, as well as the hole above us, so that the smoke doesn't fill the mountain or wind up filling the entrance. Oh, you don't know what magicka is? Well, I'll get into more details some other time, but suffice to say that it is the power inside of you that you can use for wondrous things like spewing fire out of your fingertips, or spitting water out of your mouth, or making walls out of the earth below you. There are more possibilities, but I'm not going into detail right now. We still have a house tour to finish. So, as I was saying, aside from those commodities, there's also a lounge for my familiars, and each of them have their own room, personalized to their own taste. Now, give me your hand, and let's go to the dining room, honey. Alright, so here is the dining room. It's a spacey room filled with decorations of my own making, from the paintings on the wall, to the tables on each side of the room, to even the vases that sit atop them. Curious, are we? Well, we dragons are pretty much immortal. So when you live forever, you tend to try and pursue everything life has to offer. After honing my fighting skills, I spent my time learning several crafts, from carpentry to tailoring to blacksmithing to masonry, as evident from this mansion I built, and many more. You think so, child? Well, I'm glad you find me amazing. Perhaps I could teach you these crafts as well. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. You're already a dragon. What do I mean by that? We dragons have a lot of power, as you may have guessed. So much so that humans will offer us tribute in order to not harm them. Even though most of us don't even care about their presence. What we also possess are certain powers over many aspects of life. When I said that I would take you in as my child, I didn't just mean in the sense of taking you home and letting you live here while taking care of you, as if you were my own. From the moment I said that I would take you in as my child, you became my child. Yeah, you are 100% dragonkin now. Oh, you're asking about where the scales and tails are, and the wings and the horns. You sound pretty excited. Well, The change is taking its course right now. It will probably take a few months for you to sprout your first scale and for the bud of what will become your tail to begin to form. In 5 or 6 years, you'll have minuscule buds on your back where your wings will form and you'll have little horns on your head. 10 years from now, you already look like a teenage dragonkin. The only thing missing being the forked tongue. Pain? Well, don't worry. It's slow, but not painful. So you'll be able to do anything you want without worrying about any sickness or back pain, if that was what was on your mind. Also, you'll be learning how to transform into full dragon form once I verify you've fully matured. Oh, interesting question. Why did I meet you and the others in my humanoid form and not my true form? Well, I suppose it's because I wish to live in peace, and being in my true form would surely scare anyone coming in. This would in turn convince them that I am a threat, and attempt to eliminate me by dispatching dragon slayers, or worse. Believe me, you don't want to know. Now, for the next location on the tour. This is the courtyard. It's outfitted with everything from dummies to wooden and dull-edged iron swords and even rings for hand-to-hand combat practice. You and I will be spending a lot of time here training, little one. What we'll be learning? Well, everything. From different forms of martial arts to utilizing magic in combat for both offensive and defensive purposes like barriers and even healing comrades. I'll also be teaching you our clan's secret swordsmanship style. Oh, it's good that you're eager, little one. But we're not starting today. Right now, we will continue our tour and we will dine and rest for the day. Now, the tour is not finished yet, so let me take you to the next room. Here we are, my very own personal magical crafts room. This is where you'll be learning all about how to craft potions, to how to enchant items, and making runes out of basic material like stone or wood, to how to create artificial life, and even perhaps creating new magic spells, or even magical crafts yourself. You like that, don't you? Well, my lovely child, I'll be teaching you everything I know, so there's no rush. Now, on to the rest of the tour. Here is the library. It's massive, I know, but It contains everything from magic tomes to books, whose sole purpose is to entertain, like fantasy writings and informative tomes, like those about geography, science, basic magic theory, kingdoms and their borders, etc. and etc. You'll be able to learn everything there is to learn here in your free time. For now, let's finish the tour. On the right, we have the wing for the familiar rooms, and on the left are the guest rooms. And right in front of us are two rooms, my room and yours. Well, that is true. I did not know you would come, but I always wanted a second child. But since the law back where I come from only permits those of my, well, I guess I should say former status, to sire one offspring to prevent disputes of power. I knew I'd sire a second one via words of power. Oh, yes, that's what I did, by infusing my normal words with dragon magic. All of what I say become dragonkin words of power. When I said that you would become my child, the dragonkin words of power become my child activated, essentially making you my child in every sense of the phrase. It rewrote your entire physiology and biology, turning you from a human to a dragonkin. However, the process is not instant, so it takes time for the changes to come. Well, I'm happy you're so open-minded, my child. Now, go to your room and get acquainted with it. I'll call for a familiar to guide you to the dining room. We're having roast beef for dinner. I left a change of clothes inside, by the way, so make sure to change into them. Oh, wait. I forgot some more things. Here, you deserve a big, loving hug, my child. Now, you can go. See you later, my child.